We're recapping the action from February alongside Miguel and Gorilla. My name's Mucky Muck. Midwest Sport Hockey was a fun place to be on February the 7th with the arch-rival Roller Girls and the St. Louis GateKeepers. And you know what? We didn't know what to expect heading into this contest, these two contests. As far as attendance goes, this is the biggest crowd yet here, over 650 to watch great derby action.
Fantastic night tonight. I'm actually so worn out from the action, I'm going to take a nap actually during this one, if you don't mind. It was so exciting. We all needed a break after this one.
We even had Quidditch. I mean, it was fantastic. We had great bouts and great action throughout the night, including what a way to cap it off with the great Turf Wars campaign that continues now with the St. Louis GateKeepers. It was the South Grand Slammers, the two-time defending champions against the Dogtown Rockets. And Dogtown Rockets, that's a team that we have noted that has improved as the season progresses. They looked rough the first time out when they took on the Slammers. It was entirely different this time around.
They gave the Slammers everything they can handle and then some. It was back and forth at the very end. It actually looked like it was a potential Slammer loss. We'll find out when we look at the video here how it really turned out, but the Rockets really came to play tonight.
First half action, let's take a look at the Slammers versus the Rockets. Slammers in yellow, and they got out to a big surge early on, including solid rotations from D. Mouthful. He notches up 5 on this rotation.
You said solid. That's a great way to describe D. Mouthful. He plays hard, he plays fierce, he's very solid, he's always out there scoring for his team.
Stretched open a 21-point lead at 40-19, but then we saw the Rockets have that big surge of points, and it came at a premium here. This actually flipped the scoreboard with about 4:50 left to go in the first period. Magnum, PIMP, with a 26 run here.
Yeah, Magnum was nuts in the first half. He really kept his team in it while they were trying to adjust to the Slammers' walls and the Slammers' jammers.
Rockets led 57-48 at intermission, but then the Slammers would turn up the heat, and they would go on a huge surge of points about midway through the second period of play, and it was capitalized off of a very solid jam here. 19 points notched up by Handrail.
In about 10 minutes, they only gave up 9 points, did the Slammers. Handrail, solid as always, taking care of business for his team. Great jammer.
Slammers outscored the Rockets 104-72, and they continue the momentum rolling here in 2015 with the 152-129 victory over the Dogtown Rockets. They improved to 3-0 on the season. Let's hear from Spin Diesel.
We work together. We work hard. It's all about grit. We just bear down and we work together as a team. We're not an individual sport. We have to work together, obviously, and I think that's what really makes us successful.
Rockets drop to 1-2. They will be idle next month. Let's hear from Specs Offender.
We knew it was going to be a fight. We went into half up this game. We kind of, I think, that lack of extra bodies caught up with us in the second half, and some penalties caught up with us. And, the Slammers are a tough team. That's why they're defending champions, and they earned the win, but I couldn't be more happy with the way the Rockets played tonight.
So here's how the standings look after 4 of 6 regular season events. The South Grand Slammers, 2-time defending champions, right now with a 3-0 mark. The Rockets, with the loss, dropped to 1-2. The Riverfront Crimes, they are 0-2. And I tell you what, right now, the Slammers in the driver's seat, they can clinch a trip to Chaffetz Arena in June with another victory. They have the possibility of doing that next month.
They do, and they look fierce as ever. They've lost some skaters. They've had to change their jammer rotation just a little bit. They've had to rely on Nat King Kilmore as a jammer and less as a blocker. They still look so good, though. Let's not fall asleep with the Rockets, though. The Rockets really are a team that has grown improvement every single time we've seen them. They have a great chance to make it to Chaffetz still. They played their hearts out. Tough to see them lose, but they really gave the Slammers everything they could handle.
We'll take a look at what's next for the GateKeepers docket coming up here in just a little bit. Now, let's flip the mic flag over. Let's talk about the arch-rival Roller Girls. And, wow, the storylines heading into this one in the battle between the M80s and the Smashinistas. All 3 teams, M80s, Smashinistas, Stunt Devils, heading into tonight tied at 1-1 in the standings. We knew somebody was going to grab that second victory, but it really took late into this contest to figure out which team that was going to be.
We had no idea what was going on. We even thought we even had kind of a bonus jam at the very end there. In extra time, it seemed like it was really an incredible fight between both teams. Hard to see one of those squads lose, but it's the way the game's played.
Take a look at first half action. This was a nail-biter back and forth, and with about 3:20 left to go in the first period of play, this jam here from the M80s and Tupac Shanker, it flipped the scoreboard, and it resulted in a 1-point lead for the Firecrackers.
Tupac didn't have a great first half, but I tell you what, in the second half, they really relied on her, and she really delivered.
M80s led 66-58 at intermission. The two teams would tangle as the second period progressed, and as we said, nobody really gained the advantage until deep into this contest. Striking first blow, though, was of the living dead as she notched up 24 points off of this jam with about 10-10 left, and this stretched the M80's lead to 14 points.
Ida's really relied upon now to do double duty. She was really, really effective as a jammer tonight. They also asked her to block and play pivot. She was very effective at both.
2 rotations later, though, the Smashies would answer back. And a name that didn't see any scoring in the first period of play came through and really shone in the second. Cloak and Dragger scores 10 off of this rotation off the power jam. And boom, just like that, we were tied at 130.
Yeah, she had nothing in the first half, 20 in the second, and a lot of it came late. They asked the younger skater really to carry a heavy load going back-to-back with Brickyard, and she delivered.
And who do you put in pressure situations down the stretch? Well, the Smashies decided to go with the current reigning ARRG MVP for the league, and that's Brickyard. She notches up 14 points off this power jam with 2:10 left to go in regulation, and this pretty much sealed the deal here for the Smashies.
She's real good. That's all I can say. She's real good.
Smashies go on to outscore the M80s 108-85 in the second period, and they roll on to notch up their second victory of the season and go atop the ARRG standings. Let's hear from Girl Fox.
We have a good mental state. We tighten down. We communicate well, and that's really where our advantage is. We don't have like a giant flashy bench with jammers and stuff. We just have really good communication. We work really well together because we trust each other and we communicate.
M80s dropped to 1-2. They have a chance to notch up win number 2 next month. Let's hear from Spice Rack.
I like the fact that our team plays really well. We played deep. We played everybody. We played well together. We loved each other. Losing, yeah, it sucks. It sucks really hard. But it's hard to be sad when our team does really so well together. So honestly, I'm proud of us.
So here's how your ARRG standings look right now. Smashies on top with the 2-1 record. They will be idle next month. So there's a prime opportunity for the Stunts and the M80s to notch their second victory of the season next month here at Quinny Park. For our second episode in a row of the Rewind, a representative from the team that suffered defeat said on camera, "It sucks to lose." And that's how it's been this season, my friends, because the competition has been so dynamic out there on the flat track, and we knew that it was going to be such a competitive season this year, but boy, this one has been real eye-openers across the board.
It's been so even. It really does suck to lose these matchups because they're so close, and the teams are playing so hard. You've got new skaters ascending. You've got veteran skaters playing hard. Great jamming all across the board. Great blocking, tight back and forth. It's been fantastic action. If you're missing out, you got to come. But I tell you what, I don't think this is going to hold. I think we're going to see more ties in the standings. I think we're going to be looking at point differentials. It's going to be down to the wire for Chaffetz.
And here's a chance for you to catch that action next month right here at Midwest Sport Hockey. We will see the Stunt Devils and the M80s in the ARRG battle. That's on Saturday night, March the 7th. Can't wait for that matchup to get here. There are always great battles between those two squads. And then in the nightcap, featuring the Turf Wars campaign, it's the South Grand Slammers versus the Riverfront Crimes. 2 big matchups. And of course, both those teams, all those teams want to make that last late season push to try to get into Chaffetz.
Yeah, the Slammers go for the clinch to make it to Chaffetz. The Crimes are playing for a chance to come tie with the Rockets to be determined if they go to Chaffetz or not. And on the other side, the M80s try to dig themselves out of the bottom, and the Stunt Devils try to tie themselves in first place. A lot on the line.
Once again, that is Saturday, March the 7th. Arch rival Roller Girls action with the Stunts and the M80s, immediately followed by the Gatekeepers with the Slammers and Crimes. We'll see you out here at Midwest Sport Hockey. You can get tickets right now via Brown Paper Tickets. Always remember, you can save $3 off an advanced ticket purchase, and children 10 and under get in absolutely free. And if you want to find out more about these 2 great leagues, here's a couple of ways to do so. Check out their official websites, become a friend, and like their Facebook pages, or you can follow them via Twitter with these Twitter handles. February was full of love. We loved the action on the flat track. We love the crowd that was here. We love the Quidditch even here.
I know. I want to go try out for Quidditch right now.
I tell you what, it was fun here in February. Make sure you're part of the action here on March the 7th. It's going to be another fun doubleheader of roller derby action. For McGill Gorilla, my name's Mucky Muck, and thanks so much for watching The Rewind.